Yo, 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 what up, Facebook? What up, YouTube? What's going on, guys? Okay, listen, I want to pop on here and talk to you today about why perfectionism will kill your dream. Okay, why perfectionism will kill your dream. I believe that this is, if you're a person that considers yourself to be a perfectionist, you really want to pay close attention to this particular broadcast, guys. If you don't know me, my name is Darren Little from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I help people to be able to leverage the power of the internet and social media to be able to replace their current income so that they can live a life of freedom. And this topic, guys, this topic, I believe, is probably the biggest reason why people never get their business into momentum or into traction coming out of the gate, okay? They feel that they have to be perfect, okay? They feel that they have to be perfect, and what ends up happening is it creates a blocker for them to go to the next level. Now, the thing that you have to understand about marketing and advertising is that marketing itself is like a sailboat, and it's constantly adjusting your message and adjusting your path until you hone it in, until bam, you've got a message that delivers to your particular target market. Okay. Now, in the event that you're a person that's a perfectionist, you'll be saying to yourself, you know, I'll get branded once I have a perfect photo. Okay. Instead of just using this right here and evolving your brand as you go and making it better over time, right? So some people will say, I can't do it because, right, I don't have the perfect photo, okay? So I need to book an appointment with a photographer, and it's got to be perfect, and then they do a photo shoot, and I don't really like that, and let me go do another photo shoot. So what ends up happening is that their business basically is bottlenecked, okay? So it can never move into testing and tweaking because the people never actually get started, okay? Some people will say, but Darren, you know, I can't talk to anybody because I don't know everything about my business. I don't know everything about my products and everything about my comp plan and everything about how it all works, right? I just got started, but once I learn it all, right? Once I learn it all, right? That's the perfectionism coming back out. But once I learn it all, you better watch me go. You better watch me go, right? And guess what happens in their business? Nothing. Okay. Now, what you have to understand about being an entrepreneur is that what you've got to be able to do is literally jump like you're jumping out of a plane in free fall. And you kind of figure it out as you're falling towards the ground, right? And it comes to you as you're in the free fall. And that's the process of marketing, okay? So I believe that if this is you, if you consider yourself to be a perfectionist, what you've got to understand is you're not quite getting the whole concept of marketing because it's constantly adjusting your sales, okay? Sometimes we'll write a story and then we'll tweak the story 4, 5, maybe 6 times before it goes bam, right? But in the event that we wanted it to be perfect before we actually put it out, right? Another bottleneck. You see how this works? And it works in every single area of your business. The thing that you have to understand about, you know, the home-based business industry, and a lot of people don't understand this concept because they've never been properly trained. But in our industry, okay, something or someone other than you is going to talk about your business, okay, not you. Okay, so all you do is basically, you know, connect with people, build rapport, ask some questions, find things in common, pique their curiosity, and get out of the way. In the event that you feel that you've got to know it all, do it all, be it all, say it all, that's going to be the reason that you're not moving forward, okay? So it's actually good that you don't know everything, okay? So I've got this one meme on my page that I sometimes put up, and it's a picture of James Bond, okay, and he's sitting in this, like a room, right, and they've got him tied down, and they're putting truth serum into him, okay. So there's a doctor beside him, and they're just about to eject him with truth serum because he won't tell them anything, okay. And the caption says, "You can ask me whatever questions that you want, but I'm still going to tell you to just watch the video," okay. Keep this in mind, guys. Okay, it's the biggest blocker that people run into. And it's actually good that you don't know how everything works. It's good that you don't know every single part of the comp plan, exactly how it works, right? Because it's duplicatable when you say to somebody, "You got a pen? Okay, write down this website, watch the video, and message me when you're done." That's duplicatable. Okay, anybody can do that. Now, the problem that people have with being perfectionists is that once they figure everything out, so they figure out the products and the ingredients and the research and the patents, the trademarks and the comp plan, and they got it all down, okay, guess what happens now? The more that you do this, okay, in your business, when you're talking to your prospects about your products, your company, your comp plan, and blah, 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 okay, the single mom that's got 3 kids says, "You know what, you're going to do great in this, but I could never do this." Okay. I would never have the time to go learn all that stuff. Okay. So when you thought that you were being the white knight, right, and you were going to figure everything all out and come and save the day for everybody, you're actually being the black knight and putting a blocker on your business because it's not even duplicatable. It's not a duplicatable process. So keep this in mind, is that it doesn't matter what area of your business that we're talking about, whether it's your branding, whether it's storytelling, content creation, right? Creating engaging things with your audience, understanding your products, your comp plan, your track record, all the management team, their history, all that stuff, okay? Or whether it's doing an interview or doing a launch event or putting together a value-based webinar. Be okay with letting people watch you grow, okay? I'm going to say this again, guys. Be okay with letting people watch you grow, okay? And if you're going to do any type of Facebook Live or interview or launch event or value-based webinar, just be okay with it, right? Realize that the difference between the big money earners and the no money earners, the no money earners are stuck in perfectionism. The big money earners, when they first started, did they feel the fear? Absolutely. But they did it anyway. They were prepared to fail forward as fast as possible. Okay, fail forward as fast as possible. And what you'll realize is that through repetition, and I call it surrendering, right? I call it surrendering, right? Be okay with letting people watch you grow and realize that all of us went through the exact same thing, guys. Okay, all of us. In fact, one of my millionaire mentors, when I first came onto the internet, he said to me, "Darren, do not ever take down your original videos. Okay, don't take them down, because you want all of the people, whether they're on your personal team or they're just tuning in and watching you from all over the world, you want them to realize that you went through the exact same thing that they're going through right now. You want to be able to pull up your own first videos and go, "Oh my God, look at, wow," right? But that's okay, because you want people to see the evolution of your personal development and you stepping into your personal power and stepping into leadership. You see how this works? So in the event that you wanted to be perfect, okay, so you wanted to be perfect for your first Facebook Live. So you practice and practice and practice and practice. You wanted to be perfect for your interview, so you never do one. You wanted to be perfect for doing a value-based webinar or a launch event, so you never do one, okay? The difference between the no money earners and the big money earners is the big money earners, they jump. They're prepared to free fall, right? And they know that they're going to get better over time, so they just fail forward as fast as possible. Be okay with laughing with the people at yourself. Okay, this is the secret, guys. Be okay with laughing with the people at yourself. What that does is it actually kind of drops your own ego, and then you're okay with it, right? You're going for your dream. Now, here's the phenomenon that you're going to find when you actually do this, is that people that are sitting around the sidelines go, holy crap, the train's leaving the station. They're really going to go for it. And that's what becomes your attractor factor. That's what becomes your magnetic pull, right? Because people realize you're going for your dream. So don't think that, there's no possible way to get around this, because there is, okay? Take what you have right now. Doesn't matter where it is that you are, okay? So you say, I can't get branded because I don't have a professional photo shoot. Just use this right here, guys, okay? Use your digital smartphone, right? That's what I did when I first got started. I just took some pictures, right, against the white background because I wanted to close crop it. And I just did with, as long as it's digital, as long as it's clear, and as long as you have good lighting, you're good to go, right? You can evolve your brand as you go. The same thing with writing a Facebook post, right? Mirror other people that you see having success. You don't swipe copy their stories, right? I've had people actually do that to me, where I told a story of my actual personal life, and some guy swiped it and pretended that my story came from his life. It's bizarre, okay? But it's an evolution. It's an evolution of personal growth and honing the skill, okay? Honing the skill. It's just like tuning into a radio broadcast station. It's exactly the same. But in the event that you let the perfectionism bottleneck you, it will kill your dream, guys, because you're never going to move your business into massive action, okay? Don't think that you have to say the perfect thing, be the perfect person, right? That's all part of the personal development journey and all part of personal growth. So just do the action steps. Right? My millionaire mentor said this one line to me that stuck in my head, because I was only in my 20s when I first started. And he said, Darren, one thing that you always got to remember is that ignorance on fire is way better than knowledge on ice, okay? Ignorance on fire is way better than knowledge on ice. And it's a great representation, because your goal, if you want to move your business into, a momentum stage, is you have to learn the difference between the corporate America business model and the networking business model. They're like apples and oranges. They're not even remotely the same. So you want to make sure that you have a mentor that can teach you the distinction between these two different business models, so that you can at least not be setting yourself up for a big fall, which is what most people do. We're in the only industry, guys, okay? If you think about this, we're in the only industry where people actually do the activities backwards. So if you look at a dentist, a doctor, an accountant, a welder, a plumber, even a waiter or waitress, right? A surgeon, a nurse, all the professions, every single profession that's out there, they go for their training and get their certification done first, and then they practice whatever it is in their career. Our industry, in the network marketing MLM business model and in affiliate marketing, we're in the only industry where people actually do it backwards. So they join some business, okay? They join a business, and then they try to figure out what to do to generate leads or close people or upsell their prospects or get team duplication, instead of learning the strategies first and then picking a particular business opportunity to go with. It's completely backwards, guys. It's the only industry that I've seen where people do the strategies completely backwards. And now they're into an auto ship and they don't even know what to do to properly market their business. Okay, it's bizarre. Anyway, perfectionism. Don't do it, guys. In the event that you feel it creeping up, purposely confront it. Purposely confront the fact that you're killing your dream. Okay, it's almost like a self-sabotage mechanism or a reason to move into procrastination. Okay, perfectionism is an excuse to confirm the next thing, which is to procrastinate and put it off and put it off and put it off. All you have to do is be 1 or 2 days ahead, okay, in your learning curve than the rest of the people. Think about this. So in other words, if you don't know how to generate leads, as an example, and then you learn the strategy to be able to generate leads, and then you implement it for 1 day, and you generate even 5 leads, okay? You've now learned a strategy that the rest of the people don't know, that you didn't know 2 or 3 days earlier. So in our industry, you've got to be moving into action, and then you've got to be able to take your little tiny result. Doesn't have to be a big one, guys. Your little tiny result, and then show people how you got the little tiny result, okay? Do you know how many business owners that are out there would just think that you were like, a demigod in the event that you could show them how to generate an extra 10 leads for their business, okay? Doesn't have to be big numbers, guys. Even with your commissions, it doesn't have to be big numbers. You just have to be moving forward and making progress. So let's take a quick look here. We have got Chrissy. Welcome. Great to see you here. We got Sean Rigby from the windy UK. We've got Stephen Cuffey. Welcome back, sir. Great to see you here. We've got Jennifer tuning in. Good to see you here. Melody, how are you? Looking great with your picture. Paul Gerard, greetings from Dublin, Ireland. How are you? Mistakes make you real and relatable. This is the truth right here, guys, what Melody is saying. It's very, very true. Facebook user says, hi, Darren. Hey, Facebook user. Sean Rigby, just get it done. No excuses. Find people that do or learn. Okay, Kyle says, perfectionism is not duplicatable. You are correct with that one, my friend. You are correct. Be the point man. Yes, yes, yes. Imperfect action is better than no action. They wait till the time is right, the perfect time. Perfect isn't going to happen. Learn from our mistakes. Absolutely. Facebook user just popped on. Sometimes I procrastinate because I'm a perfectionist. Well, that's what we were just talking about, and that's what you want to try to avoid. Howdy, Monica. How are you? You'll find out who's coachable this way as well. If they aren't, you planted the seed and move on. Hey, yes, keep it simple and duplicatable. If your team explodes by 10,000 people tomorrow, what tools can you send people to save your insanity? Michael, on that particular note, what I typically do is that anytime that you're having constant questions asked in anything that you're marketing, okay, instead of continually repeating the question to each one of the individual people, just create one video, and then when you get the question, just direct them to the link where they can watch the video, and now your clone is doing the work for you versus it taking up your time. This is the thing that all the 7-figure income earners do, is that they try to leverage the power of the internet using clones, right, which are videos, using clones, so that instead of it taking up their personal time, they just direct people to where to get the answer. Okay, it'll save you a ton of aggravation in your business. I discovered the program 2 days ago. I'm blown away. I'm thinking of joining at the end of the month. Will G1000 remain the same for 2020, Darren? Gonzalo, I'm not too sure. That's a question for their support. I don't own that company. It's owned by somebody else. So you want to maybe hit them up on their support email. Yo, made it live. Awesome, Samuel. Jump. Yes, you got a free fall if you're going to be an entrepreneur. Taking risks is part of learning. Federico, this guy has so much value when he speaks. Thank you, Federico. I really appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. Katrine, nice to see you here today. Monica Chapman, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. I had that literally repeated to me so many times over and over and over, right? That I got the concept from that one line, guys. Okay, from that one line. That is the difference between failing forward as fast as possible, okay? That's ignorance on fire, right? Better than the knowledge on ice, which is trying to be perfect, which, well, I'm telling you guys, it will bottleneck your business, okay? It will bottleneck your business. Don't get caught in that cycle. Here's the reason why. Okay, I'm going to tell you the reason why. You could be Mother Teresa. Okay, Mother Teresa. You could be the Pope. Okay, you could be, Joaquin Phoenix, that just won Best Actor of the Year last night. There's going to be people that love you, and there's going to be people that hate you. Doesn't matter. You could walk on water. You could be Jesus. Some people are going to love you. Some people are going to hate you. So know that, right? Just know that. Even if you were perfect, right? There's going to now still be, some people are going to still, be pissed off at you, right? Some people are going to hate you, right? So it's not going to change either way. Think about this. It's not going to change even if you were perfect. So why not just get comfortable with letting people watch you grow? Okay, with letting people watch you grow. This is the key, guys. Ignorance on fire is way better than talent in ice. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. Okay, knowledge on ice. Some people get stuck in the learning. Okay, in our industry, guys, you got to do three things all at the same time. You've got to learn something on day one. Okay, and then you've got to implement it to generate some sort of result, some sort of trackable data. And then you got to move to the third phase, which is to share your results. Share your results. Learn, implement, share. Learn, implement, share, right? All three things happen at the same time. And the people that are the perfectionists, they feel that they got to know it all, do it all, be it all, say it all before they can even put out their first post, get branded, learn about content, learn about engagement, learn about lead generation, learn about closing and upselling, learning how to get team duplication. So what happens in their business? Nothing happens, guys. Nothing happens at all, right? Knowledge on ice. Got it. Absolutely. When you realize most are laughing with you and not at you, it's the mindset you have to put yourself into. Nothing has to be perfect. Just dive in and do it. Absolutely. The expectations are insane. People want to get paid with no education or work ethic. It surprises many people when they find out what it really takes. That's why most people quit. It's fascinating, really. Guys, I will tell you that the one thing that I love about the network marketing business model and the home-based business industry, it's actually a personal development business model. It's actually a leadership business model. And when I first got into this industry, this is 3 decades ago, but I was at a hotel meeting and I saw a guy up on stage and he was drawing these circles, right? And it was, 525, 125, 625, and he was adding all of these things up. And he came up to this big total. And then he said, imagine if each one of these people worked for an extra 1 hour, just one single hour in the day. And he added up how many extra days that I would be working, right, in the event that I could grow out an exponential team. And I was like, oh my God. Why don't more people know about this? They should be teaching this in elementary school about the power of leverage and the power of duplication and getting a little bit off of a whole lot, right, of people doing a little tiny bit, right? And you end up getting a little bit off of a whole lot. And I went up to this speaker, okay? This is the thing that I recommend that you do in the event that you go to live events or any type of place where there's peak performers. Try and get around their energy, okay? If you can have a conversation with them, you definitely want to do that. But I thought, this is kind of weird because the room was packed, right? It had like 2,000 people in it. The guy's up on stage, and this is 3 decades ago. He was making $65,000 a month in residual income. And I was shocked. There was nobody going up to the stage after the event to have a conversation with this guy. So I thought, geez, it looks like the fastest ticket to the promised land to me. I'm going to go ask him the formula, right? I'm going to go talk to this guy and find out what is the secret. So I went up to the stage, right? So he's up high and he kind of kneels down. And I said, listen, that was a phenomenal presentation. I've never even heard of this thing called network marketing, but wow, I'm blown away. This is amazing. They should be teaching this in elementary school. I said, what's the secret? What's the secret? How did you build out this global organization right, of hundreds of thousands of people to be able to make this $65,000 a month in residual income. Like, wow. Okay, now keep in mind, you got to think about the exponential growth curve with inflation, and what would $65,000 30 years ago be worth today, right? He said, Darren, you know what? It's so obvious. It's so obvious that most people never get it. And I said, well, what is it? I'm literally sitting on the edge of my seat, right? Like, what is it? What's the secret? He said, the person with the message is the person that makes the money. The journey is to the stage. Think about what I just said here, guys, okay? This is from 3 decades ago from a guy that was making 65 grand a month in residual income. He said, the person with the message, Darren, is the person that makes the money, and the journey is to the stage. That changed my life. Okay, that changed my life completely. Okay, who else do we got here real quick here before we wrap up? Well, I lost my spot here. Holy crap. Okay, here we go. My 15-year-old is a perfectionist, and it sucks watching him struggle. Well, you know, maybe share this video with him there, Becky. Kristen, thank you. I appreciate that. You're such an amazing leader and mentor, Darren. Thank you for the value you're always bringing to us. Happy to help, Rachel. Congratulations on getting branded. Looks great. Amway legend Ron Ball spoke about don't fall into the perfectionistic pit. Absolutely. Hey, Kevin Keys, how are you, sir? Great topic. So true. Fail forward. Fail forward as fast as you possibly can, guys. Never be perfect. Be yourself, but be different. I took your advice to do 5 messenger calls a day. Complete game changer. When a mentor says to do something, just go and learn as you do it. This is the key, guys. This is the key. David, how are you? Late, but I've made it live. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hi, Darren. Done will, some won't. Done will, some won't. So what next? Oh, some will, some won't. Yes, you're right. Thanks for the input, Russell. I admit I try to be a perfectionist, but I will own my mistake, and procrastinating can be a problem if you don't stay focused and disciplined in your work environment. I try to practice time management. Good for you, Monica. Great way to go. Okay, we've got Rick. I'm loving what you're saying. Thank you, Rick. I effed it up, but I can help you learn not to do what I did. Join me. Okay. Thank you for bringing me to reality. Awesome. Chrissy says, thank you. Late, but just made it. Good stuff. The person with the message is the person with the money. The journey is to the stage. That right there, guys. Okay, write that down. Okay, write that down. That one thing completely changed my life in this industry. I got it immediately. I got it immediately because I realized the journey was inward. The journey was to your confidence. The journey was to your self-esteem. The journey was stepping into your personal power as a leader. That's our industry, guys. Okay? Doesn't matter what your products are, your company, your comp plan, your track record, your patents, your trademarks, all that stuff. You have to assume that the products work, right? Hopefully they work. If you're selling weight loss products, hopefully they're getting results with people losing weight, right? The product's got to work. They got to be competitively priced, and the compensation plan has to be fair. Once you know those 3 things are true, move them aside. It's not about that. That's not how you become a top recruiter in our industry, okay? It's not how it's done. Okay, Becky Samuels, thank you. Chris Napa, looking forward to getting you started, my friend. Aditha says, hello, Darren. Hello, Aditha, how are you? Okay, guys, so hopefully you got some value from this broadcast today. If you did, throw me a comment down there below. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching it live, put hashtag live. If not, put hashtag replay so we can get a chance to connect. In the event that you're looking to 10x your income, I'm just rolling out a new campaign right now where I'm going to be taking 50 families under my wing and showing them exactly what to do step by step to add an extra $100,000 to their annual incomes. Now, this is a formula, guys, that helped me to be able to make over $165,000 in 30 days, okay, and go on to help thousands and thousands of people Some of them were as young as 15. We had one 15-year-old kid who made $7,000 his first month. A 17-year-old kid made 50 grand his first 6 weeks. 20-year-old made $250,000 in 18 months. But we've got single moms and blue collar workers and corporate executives. And we even had one guy that was completely flatline homeless, right? Stephen Munson, who's now month 6, he made 20 grand. He's now launched his own network marketing company called Heal. Okay. It gives you an idea of how powerful this thing is right here. Mindset. This would be 95% of your success or failure. But when you have a mentor to show you, oh, don't go there. Don't step over here. Right. That's what gets people into traction so fast, because they're following a 7-figure blueprint that we already know works. Okay. So in the event that you want to be considered as one of the 50 families, hit me up on private message, say, Darren, I'm interested. What's involved? What do I have to do? Let's see if you qualify. And guys, let's go get it. Have a good one. All the best.